Okay, so I keep it a little bit smaller. So if I want to move that around, I just do a little bit here, and then a little bit here. And I reckon it looks good already. Okay, anyone got absolutely no rhythm at all? Because this is going to be hilarious if you don't. Alright, got to get a nice song in your head, get a little bit of swing to this or it doesn't work very well. Okay, so all we're doing there is just a little bit of what we call kneading, and it's palm kneading. Okay, a little bit different, same terminology but different meanings between clove massage and remedial massage. So the only thing I have to worry about here, I've got perfect clothes on, I just got a bra on, which means I'm not going to push those clips straight down into a back. Okay, never felt it myself, but I'm guessing it's not very comfortable. Alright, so that's how we use that movement, and we should be starting to get just a slight bit of pink through the skin already there. Okay, if anyone's got any skin that you're worried about, you need to kind of check that out before you start working, because you're not going to see it as you're massaging. Okay, so easiest part to start with the palms is working in circles, going on either side of the back. Okay, so instead of just sitting in one spot and doing our circle, we can do it just in a nice little sequence, and just do a bit of pressure and a rotation, and then move our way down. Okay, if I keep using that palm, as I said, this is an absolute crash course for you guys. We'll do a little bit more structured next week. But you've got ES here, so you guys know you can do finger frictions working across there. We can do that without oil, because we actually don't need the oil there. We can just work across the muscle fibres. But warming up, get across the ES with the palms. Okay. Big thing that we create when we're doing this massage is a lot of joint movement. You'll see ankles, knees, hips, spine all moving as you start to massage, and that's a big part of it. Okay, it's really good stuff. So working across. So you see I'm not sliding. I'm not trying to do this. Okay, pushing down, getting a little firm, and working across the muscle fibres. This is good for anyone that does get notoriously light in their massages. You have to be just that little bit deeper to start with here. Okay. Right, there's no dramas. You've done similar things when you're doing your sit-down massage, okay, your seated massage, where you can walk down the back. Don't do much pressure in the lower back doing that. Okay, if you push down through there, it can be quite uncomfortable if they're tight in the lower back. Okay, and your standard old push. So this is your version of your effleurage. Okay, we can't slide down, so we can walk our way down. Right, we've got a lot of tools that we can use. We can use our knuckles still. Nowhere near as effectively as we used to. Our palms work really good, our fingers work really good, our direct pressure is one of our big keys here. Okay, so if I was just working down the back, just to show you a few techniques that we can play with, I'll show a whole heap of dynamic stuff down the legs, but on the back there, you can feel the middle of the ES bellies. It normally feels like, you know, nice tube going down the back. So if you hit the middle of that, the highest point of the tissue, if you actually feel side to side, you'll feel that nice tense area. You work down between each vertebra, okay, in the middle of that tension, and you'll actually get a really good effect through. Work between the ribs. Make sure you're between the ribs and not pushing directly over the ribs, because that's just not comfortable. Okay, we can work the whole way down the back here, and this is one of my absolute staple techniques. It helps to relieve back tension for one, but stimulate the nerve. Right. The nerves that come out the back stimulate basically the whole body. You get nerves that go out and influence through the heart and lungs, through the upper back. Lower thoracic is going to stimulate through the digestive system. Lower back's going to stimulate the organs of reproduction system, excretion, that kind of stuff, down into the sacrum as well. You're talking about, we talked about that a little bit with the pregnancy massage, didn't we? Okay, it's the same stuff here. You're just going to get your pressure heaps better. A lot of people try and do it side on, isn't it? Okay, so do that same stuff you did in the massage, it was week before last, wasn't it? The first pregnancy massage. Okay, doing all those pressure points down the back. Okay. So we've got two categories of techniques. First category of techniques is being dynamic. The second category of techniques that I'll show you today anyway is our perpendicular pressure. Okay. So if you could try and switch between them all the time, some are going to be warm-ups, and then getting in there deep, you're going to do the perpendicular pressure. So if we have a lot of upper back tension here, bring your arms down the side. Yeah. Okay, so that gives me my scapular back. If I just do some of that nice circular kneading there, watch out again for the bra. Just get those little plastic bits out of the way. Don't want to hurt her. See, very easy work. Just being nice and light and be rhythmic. Okay, you don't want to be really sharp and jabby and trying to squish people here. It's not very nice. Okay, so nice flowing massage. Okay, both sides there. It's actually quite tight up through here. So what I can do there, use those fingers and follow through that tension. All right. Similar to what you'd be doing with your oil-based massage, where you come through and start doing stripping and cross-fibre work. I can't do the stripping work, so I just want to warm it all up. If it was quite tight at one area, we can start to look on this side so you can actually see it. I've got some nice muscle, tight muscle through there, which is the top of the infra. I'm going to start to work back and forth with the fingers, doing cross-fibre frictions. Okay, when you do find that nice tight area of the whole lot, so we've got a nice little knot in there, come in with a little bit of the thumb pressure and just sit over it. With this work, we don't normally call it trigger point therapy, and we normally work at doing 3 to 4 repetitions of each pressure if you find a tight area, and deliver it with a nice slow out breath. Okay, so do a nice slow out breath as you apply the pressure, and then releasing the pressure and going back in. Okay, so you hold it for in the end probably as long as you would a trigger point, but you do go in and out a little bit instead of just that same sustained pressure. You normally find each time you do come out, you can go back in that little bit deeper, and it feels really nice. Okay, so do a little bit of that through the upper back. QL, funnily enough, we treat very similar to what we would normally do. Okay, what we normally do with the lower back is we warm up ES, which we've already done. You start doing some work out through the side of QL, and then you get in from the side. So a lot of the techniques I've shown you already are actually based on this stuff. So we're working on ES here, come a little bit wider into QL. We can warm QL up nicely. If you've got a very small lower back, it can be very hard to get in through here with the palm heel. All right, a lot of work with the palm heel there. You guys done the palm heel work through the glutes previously, yeah? Yeah, you want to look through and find all those tight areas? That's based on the same stuff, okay? So you get in there with that forearm, a really easy way to get in there. Lean with your forearm on the side of QL, so you're on a 45 degree, and you start doing that rocking through there. You've all done that with your QL releases, haven't you? All right, so same techniques, all right, similar stuff. So you don't have to be scared that, oh no, I can't use any of my old techniques. A lot of anything that doesn't have a lot of heavy sliding in it, you can normally modify, okay, and bring it in. All right. What's a big QL release technique? Double thumbs, sliding across and dropping in. Well, I just need to find where the edge of it is, so I am going to slide across the surface here, but I'm not trying to get in any depth there. And then come to the side, and the 2 thumbs come in underneath. So I just come across there, feel for the edge of QL, come out a little bit further, and just drop in. Exactly the same technique. Alright, so you've got nothing to worry about there. Alright, I'll show you some fun stuff through the legs as well. So have a play with a few of these. Alright, so if I come down to the glutes there, I'll come around this side, so just step up. So then I can work, again, got to get low, got to get a nice bit of rhythm going. You stand here and try and do it with your arm, it's not going to feel any good. So get the body involved here. So get in through the glutes, nice bit of palm pressing, get a little bit of rotation on there as well, and we find a nice tight area in there too. Tender?
A little bit.
A little bit? Alright, so I could come back through and get the forearm in there. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm sure you can all imagine how you can do that pretty easily. Okay. We can't so much use our effleurage here, so think about, we've got to think about slightly different ways. So one of the stuff we do is some big broader kneading now. Okay, so instead of just with the palm, we actually start, you do your petrissage, lifting up. Okay, and you guys do rocking already a little bit with the limb. Let's put the 2 of them together. Okay, and we can rock and pick up. And that normally feels really nice. Okay, if they've got a dodgy knee or a dodgy ankle, it's not going to feel too good. Alright, but that's me working the whole way down through that limb and just warming it up quite nicely. Okay, we'll look through the outside of the hamstring again. Seem to revert into a lot of palm heel work here, but it's very easy to do. Okay. Forearms. Normally slide your forearms, yes. Again, we don't have that slide ability now. Okay, that's just not going to do anything. If I get in deep there, that's just going to feel uncomfortable. So what we do now is we roll a bit with it. Okay, so roll that forearm up. If we actually roll over, So again, watch out for the back of the knee there. But see how I'm not just sliding my arm up and down their body. I can do this up through lower back as well, feels really good. Upper back feels horrible because you've got ribs and spine and shoulder blades and that, it's just horrible. Through the legs, glute, lower back, quads feels really good. Okay, so instead of just sliding straight up and down, I'm actually just rolling that forearm there and just letting it go with the motion. So I'm just leaning forward and letting that arm turn. Then just making that movement a little bit bigger. Okay, how's that feel?
It's good.
Good? Alright. Yep, your fast twitch fibres will have to learn to get involved here. Anyone incredibly tired already? Because this looks like you have a little bit. Okay, and if you're finding those sore spots, just sit on them. Okay, you can do your, any of your pressure point work. I'll show you a whole sequence of pressure points. I'll put together a few pictures and stuff where you can see a whole heap of really easy ones to get into. Okay, just try that.